Yo, what up, what up? Welcome back. I'm your host, B. Ryder, co-host,
J. Bell.
and this is
Final Thoughts.
Today's topic: should women date like Lori Harvey? Let's check it out.
What does Lori Harvey have to say?
Just, that she's a young woman. She's growing. She's figuring it out. She's having to figure it out in the public eye.
Yeah, not easy.
Just allow her some grace as she's moving and navigating life and figuring things out.
I like that. Okay, now your dad is Steve Harvey. Like, I feel like everybody wants to know, what is the one piece of advice he's given you that really has stuck?
Just remember that you're the prize always.
And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve. And not being afraid to walk away from a situation if it's like no longer serving me. It's so funny because I'm so quiet, there's been so many stories that have been made up about me. Like I've seen stories about me being like fully in love with somebody and we have like this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before.
No.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true. And I've even heard that I'm a lesbian at one point. So, there's been a lot of different things.
You're
a
like,
lot of stories, a lot of misconceptions.
Does it entertain you?
Oh, I think they're hilarious.
She getting to the bag.
Thank you, God.
Yeah, man. I hope so.
Bag.
And this is a good episode to follow the one that we did about Andrew Tate, because this is essentially on the opposite end. This is like a woman that's taken control of her own destiny, her own future, without being controlled by a man and society and stuff like that.
Absolutely. This is the other side of things. If you have the option of dealing with an Andrew Tate as a woman or being Lori Harvey,
Don't do it.
I would choose to be Lori Harvey all day.
Yeah, I would definitely choose it, and I like the fact that when asked about this is more. She understands that they're always trying to attach me to another person, but her current business venture is about her, and she's making it about her, as it should be, and she gets to determine it. She gets to control that,
Right.
And she basically like whatever society guys say.
Damn straight.
True story. I ain't mad about that at all, but there seems to be like a lot of people who are kind of upset about Lori Harvey.
So why you think they're upset?
Why? Oh, I don't know.
Well, thousands of years ago. In the beginning, I think it comes down to like control. Like a lot of the men who are mad at her, I should say, are guys who come off as like control freaks, or they want a woman to be in a particular position, a particular role, and this woman is kind of just violating all of the terms of the contracts that they have in their minds.
On how women should comport themselves.
Absolutely.
She's doing her thing. It's dating.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah, it is. She's turned the tables quite much. It's not even that women don't do this type of thing. It's that I guess we're not used to seeing celebrity women do this type of thing, and such, like with having a microscope to it, because it's not like this is a new thing.
No. But for whatever reason, everyone's scrutinizing her. And I'm not really entirely sure why that Lori Harvey is more known for who she's dating as opposed to other things that she's getting into. It's like, why are we so interested in Lori Harvey?
I thought my jokes were bad.
Question, man. I think part of it is right who her father is, Steve Harvey, and part of the reason why I think so many people are interested or like clutching their pearls by what she's doing is because of what her father represents.
Yeah.
What he says.
He's Mr. Blue Pill, huh?
Absolutely. He's definitely like, you know, Mr. Traditional, and there's role for men, a role for women, certain things that women shouldn't do, and to see his daughter behave in a way that is counter to that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It is a bit surprising.
Yeah, it's a bit jarring. You know, and it's like I wonder, like, is he genuine about his message when he talks to women? Because he certainly doesn't have anything negative to say about Lori Harvey. Actually, he had positive things to say about his daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, you know, she's been with what? Future?
Trey Songz.
Yeah.
He's been with Drake too, right?
Michael BJ.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's with what's his
Damon
name?
Idris.
Darmine Idris or something like that.
Idris.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, people were speculating like, well, she's smashing everybody. You really just don't know who came out and said what.
Nobody.
That's not an L. It's a win.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like out of all of the men that people be saying, talking about her about, and then pictures you see out and all these think pieces and comments, Twitter, all that, I don't see nothing from any of these men that she's been with ever.
Ever.
So how did we get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we get here? Why are we here? Because my thing was like you said, it's not a new phenomenon. Like J-Lo had her little spree.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
she didn't marry everybody she slept with. You know that.
He's out of line, but he's right.
right.
Right?
I'm pretty sure she got a couple of bodies in the middle of those husbands.
Yeah. But we so zeroed in on Lori Harvey, but none of the guys who she's been with have anything really to say about her. Nothing negative, nothing at all, really. You know, but we, for some reason, have such an opinion about what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know, but it's kind of funny to me because it's like, even though we hold like Steve Harvey himself on this little pedestal or whatnot, like Steve Harvey done dipped around too. Like,
Drop dick on the bitch. I drop a dick on the bitch.
like he done had a few bodies himself, so it's not even like.
But he's a man.
Well, yeah, certainly.
You know, we get to do that here.
We do
man.
get to
do
It
is what it is. It is what it is.
Double
But
standards.
at the same time, it's like, you know, how traditional are we? You know, how much do we believe in this? You know, Steve. This isn't Steve Harvey's first marriage. He's actually on his third, I think, right?
Oh, damn.
So obviously, there's some leeway in these beliefs a little bit.
Yeah. And it should be. Like, nobody should be that damn rigid.
Oh no.
You know, like it should be some kind of flexibility within the relationships that you encounter over time. You know, I don't think there's going to be there might. I don't know. I was going to say a 100% traditional person. I always think that there's some kind of like things that they do potentially that's non-traditional. That's like not a bad thing. You know, if you're a woman, let's say is a gardener and she wants to cut the grass and that's her thing. You know, people coming by looking at the house be like, oh, she got a man there. Why is she cutting the grass?
The woman cut the grass?
Yeah, like they can't cut grass.
For shame, sir! For shame!
But you know, that might be a situation between her and her man where she's like, this is what I like to do. It brings me comfort. Why would you stop it? Because of your machismo? Like, you know.
I am man. I do this. Yes.
Yeah. And I guess what makes Lori Harvey so interesting is that there's the aspect of her having Steve Harvey as a dad and him and his traditional views and how he thinks about how men and women should be. and her just being young, wild, and free, and a woman, no less.
Absolutely.
And I think more women should be like that. Wouldn't that be like the ideal situation? Like, she came through, she bought through, she knew what's up. Like my boy Lou said in one of the other episodes, I'm like, that's
she
ain't gonna be out,
But final thoughts.
All right, you can go first on this one.
So my final thoughts on this is that should more women be like Lori Harvey? I mean, if they want to, sure. I don't see a problem with it. As a single man, I'd be okay with running into a Lori Harvey out in these streets every now and again.
Boy, if you don't get...
That's just me. Call me crazy.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God!
You are disturbed.
True, and I'm about to disturb that ass.
Anyway, yeah. So, I mean, if that's what women feel comfortable doing, sure. Like I'm perfectly fine with it. The judgment that comes from people is a little bit heavy-handed, I think. Like, of course, people are always going to talk, and we're especially going to talk about things we know nothing about. Sure, that comes with the territory. But, I think we all need to kind of just chill out and understand that as much as we're judging this young lady for what she's doing, she's just in the spotlight. That's really the only difference. Like, you're probably doing something very similar than that.
Who he talking to like that?
We just don't know your name.
Talking to your ass.
That's all. But that's my final thoughts. What you got?
My final thoughts to the number 3 hero.
As of this moment, Best Genist is back.
Best or Genist?
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
But that's like, but she's like, a fashionista, I guess, and I like that for her. I think she should keep doing that. And the focus needs to be on what she's doing as far as like business, not who she's dating, and I think she was right about that. The focus needs to change from that to like what she got going on. Rumor has it that she makes people sign an NDA.
Clever girl.
A non-disclosure agreement in order to date her.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. We don't have anything confirmed, but if that's true, I'm all in favor for it. Yeah, if you breach that contract, you got to pay up $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
You gonna breach that contract?
Yeah. Don't do it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, and I'm just like, if it got to be like that, it got to be like that, because people love to run their mouths. People like to sell stores, tabloids. So her as a woman, if that is true, that's just her trying to protect her image and still be young and still date and do whatever it is that she's doing. So my advice to her is to, F what these people talking about.
With handcuffs on, crazy through on lips. That's all you do.
Do what you need to do to get you and succeed and prosper, and just pay it forward. Bring the other girls up that's around you that's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got.
Bars. And hit us up too.
Nigga, no.
Definitely call me.
You can
definitely call me.
Whenever. We ain't tripping. Whenever. It's crazy. I don't see the hype.
I'll be looking at it and I'll be like, I see the hype.
But the yams, though.
Oh yeah.
Damn. I remember when it first came out, like Lori Harvey. I'm like, who's that little Lori Harvey? And I looked up like,
oh.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must
Stay focused.
Okay.
Damn. This for Killmonger? This Killmonger? That's for. Oh, all right. Michael. Yeah.
But I could see like how, you know, Lori Harvey would spring from like an Andrew Tate, right?
Absolutely.
Because if it's like, if women have to deal with an Andrew Tate, of course, eventually you're gonna get a Lori Harvey out of that. A woman who isn't gonna be that, who isn't gonna be subject to that. So
she's gonna do what she want to do when she want to do it, and on her own terms.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But that's our show, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to our ramblings. Once again, I'm your host, B. Ryder, my co-host,
J. Bell Harvey.
J. Harvey.
J. Harvey.
Nah, bro. Hell no, my nigga.
Message.
Right.
And this has been
Final Thoughts.